Good afternoon, investors. We're back to look at PROG, a stock which is now up by 36.5% on the day and continuing to climb. We love to see it. This came after a very positive day yesterday for the stock as well, and now we're looking at good things when it comes to the options. Now, don't get me wrong, we still have 3 days to go until expiration, but this is all looking fantastic for Prog, and of course we do have the 1 day, which is already looking tremendous. So we're coming up to $5 now. Yesterday we had the question if we're going to break past 4 and consolidate. Well, guess what? That's obviously happened, and now we're pushing up to 5. We're going to be talking about all of that and a lot more in the video. Make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe if you haven't already done so. But as always, guys, this is not going to be financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so do not follow what I say, as it is nothing more than my personal opinion. But now we're about to dive into the video, but I must remind you that we are doing a fundraiser for Save the Children. If you can donate anything at all, it would be massively supportive, as you will be making a positive difference. And again, 100% of the funds do go straight there, and the fundraiser is ending on Christmas Eve, so the more we can raise, the better. But now we're going to dive in, and we're actually just going to quickly analyse this one on the very simple and easy to read chart. So we're looking at a gain of about 36-37% so far. The trend is actually quite nice. We're looking at a big push up in the morning. We opened up on a price of 347, but you will see from there we actually had a massive push up. So I'm assuming that we had a very strong pre/post hours from yesterday into today, and that does appear to be the case. So a big gap up on open. Then from there you will see we had a run. This took us to a high which was just under $5. So like I said, we have been to that range already once today. We look like we could be coming up to it again. Whether that actually comes true or not is unclear right now. But yeah, things are looking good for Prog. The question is now, are we going to get that $5 mark, and are we going to start to see that consolidation above there? But that is a different topic which we'll get into in just a moment. What we're looking at on the past 5 day is also quite good. You will see we had a dip down and Prog was looking quite mixed. The question is, was this stock dead? I do believe a lot of people did think it was dead. It broke out the trend that we have seen, this bullish trend, for quite some time. But you know what, it's come back now, and I'm feeling even more positive about it than I was before. And in the past month, you will see that trend that I was talking about. We had a big push up, bit of a breakdown, big push up, bit of a come down from that. Then we had a bit of a push up, and then this time, it didn't really come back the same way. But because we had a bigger fall, surprisingly, Prog has had a bigger rise. That's amazing to see, and it is nice as well. Now what we're going to do is have a look at a few of our technical indicators, then I'm going to be sharing a few of my opinions alongside the data that we have for the options. So what we're going to start off with doing is just having a quick look on the 1 day data. Now for me, in my opinion, the 1 day isn't too important, unless you are day trading the stock or something like that. But for those of you who are interested, we will quickly go over it. We're looking at a figure on the moving average which appears to be at 40.008 for some reason. I'm not sure what figure that is, but it is a little bit below where we are right now. You'll just see the purple tab sticking out there, but yes, we're not too far off it at all, because we have had quite a flat but stable move upwards, so of course our moving average has had the time to catch up. Now come out to our trend for the MACD. That is also looking quite flat. It has had a bit of a rise as we had this small increase, but once more, it's a 1 day, it's not too important in my eyes, and the same can be said for our figure for the RSI down here, which is sat on 59. It's not too bad, it's a little bit high, but of course, we're in a fair territory there, especially considering the growth that we have seen. Now come out to both the 5 day and the 1 month, and you'll see more inclusive data, and this is usually what I like to look at. Now come out to the 5 day, we're looking at a moving average of 453. So this is actually a little bit below, but of course this is to be expected. It's a lagging indicator. It is what you would expect. I'm happy to see it. I think it is fairly standard. Now what we're seeing for today already is very high volume. You'll see that from these candles both here and here. It shows how high our volume is, especially in relation to previous days. If you look to the past 2 or 3 days, volume candles are barely even visible. You can barely even see them down here. You can see them for a little bit down here, but for the most part you can't even see them. Now that is not because there was no volume in the stock, it's just because it was very low volume in relation to what we are seeing now. But our figures for this time period are also looking fair. RSI at 62, trend for the MACD is relatively flat as well, so it's hard to read, but yes, it is a little bit bullish, as you may expect with this rise that we are seeing. Now come out to the past month, you're looking at figures which are fairly okay too. We're not too far off of our moving average because we have had this dip, but obviously from today's rise, the moving average has come down, but now it's not come down as much as the dip actually was, so when it shot up back in price, we have had the time to catch up. It's a little bit out, but it's not too bad at all. Figures over here such as our RSI and also our MACD are looking good. Now focusing on our RSI, this was coming very close to being oversold at some points very recently, but now you will see it's coming back up to more normal territory. It is a little bit high again at 58, but you know what, I'm still happy to see it because it is fairly good territory. It's a fairly nice place to be in. Now that is all on the 5-minute chart. We're going to have a look at this one quickly on the 1-day chart for the same time period, and we're seeing more inflated figures. For instance, you're looking at figures like 71 on the RSI. That is quite high, to be honest. It's only 9 points away from being overbought, so we really do want this one to come back down. However, am I too worried about it? I cannot say that I am, especially considering the growth that we are seeing. So it's fairly stable, it's fairly okay in my opinion for the RSI, even if it is a little bit high. When we take into account what we're actually seeing for the price of this stock, I don't think it's too concerning at all. Now you will see the rise that we are seeing here is significantly steeper than the rise that we have seen both here, and arguably here as well. We're seeing a much bigger rise, and I'm very happy for it. But my question now is what we're going to see going forwards into tomorrow. I think this growth cannot continue forever, and really, we wouldn't want it to continue forever. I mean, yes, if we talk about potentials of a big momentum trade or a short squeeze or something like that, of course it has a potential to go higher, of course it possibly could. But on the other hand, what we want to see at some point is, from a technical standpoint at least, some consolidation. Now where we want to see this stock end up the end of the week is going to be at a price point of $4.50, $4 or $5, and the reason why those are key marks is because when we come down here, we're looking at our options, we're looking at volume figures which are very high for our options at 5, very high for our options at 450, very high for our options at 4. Now, in yesterday's video, we talked about how we want to get those options at 450 in the money because it will give us an extra 31k options in the money. They've come through, they are currently in the money, so that is a good sign. Come up to 5, which is not unbelievable right now. It is something that can happen. If we touch 5, we're getting an extra 42.4k options in the money, and all of these extra options in the money could do big things. Now, I don't really want to use the word gamma squeeze or the phrase gamma squeeze too much, but it definitely does have that level of potential in my eyes. I think it could absolutely have a detrimental effect to the shorts, which would, of course, be beneficial to longs. So I'm very happy with what we've seen with this stock. We want to see these options come into the money at 5 in a best case scenario. In a worst case scenario, we're looking for a bit of a cool off and come back to about 450, maybe at the low end even 4. But I do not see any reason why this one cannot stay above 450, and hopefully we can get that push above 5, and then we just want to see some consolidation above 5. That would put me in a very happy place. But if not, 450 is a fair level for me. Tell me what you have to say in the comment section, and I will be giving you guys another update in the next couple of days. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here, and again if you do join us it is completely free, link is down below, but if you do want to become a Patreon you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name, so your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.